Lately these days, I've been looking around in the YouTube landscape, the Twitch landscape, and obviously, you know, we have a lot of Twitch streamers that are going crazy right now. No disrespect to any of these guys, but these just so happen to be some Poggers Twitch streamers and stuff like that. This is basically gonna be the top 10 Poggers Twitch streamers that I for sure know I can beat up on any given day. This is no disrespect towards them, obviously, but I mean, I'm just keeping it real. Starting off with number 10. This is a guy that goes by the name Tubbo or something like that, Tubbo, something like that. Beating the brakes off this dude, no disrespect. You know what I mean? Let's just look him up real quick, bro. All right, so we got Tubbo. Yeah, bro, just go ahead and look at my man's build right now. You know what I'm saying? Minecraft streamer slash YouTuber, something like that. Nothing real threatening about this dude. You know, I think, you know, he might be able to get a punch in, probably deal like 0.5 damage. Nothing too like, you know, critical or anything of that nature. Yeah, I think this is a one-hit KO. This is definitely, if like right here, if my man's hit me with this middle finger, bro, all it's gonna take is one chin check and it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. Yeah, this dude can't hold me. I think as far as beating up goes, I don't even think this would be a beat up if I'm being quite honest. I think this is a one-hit kill for me. But let's say he try to hit me first, for example, he'd probably do about a 0.5 damage, you know, on a good day and stuff like that, catch me off guard and stuff like that. But after that, bro, you know, it's just gonna take a quick chin check, bro. Just that one. Listen, hit him in the sweet spot, it's over with. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put Tubbo at number 10 as far as, I think he is the weakest of the bunch that I'm gonna list here in the Poggers community that I can definitely beat up. He is definitely a one-hit KO. So shout out Tubbo, man. For the fuck of it, let's go ahead and look at his player stats. So let's look at his build real quick. Let's look at height and weight for Tubbo. Yeah, bro, I don't think there's anything crazy going on here, man. Okay, it's looking like his stats, he's looking like he's about 5'5" to 5'8". You know, it's ranging 5'5" to 5'8". I'm about 6'1", I weighed myself this morning, I'm 207. You know what I'm saying? Straight muscle though, you feel me? So, I mean, if I ever came across my man's Tubbo, you know, just like that. You know what I mean? Look at arms. Look at arms real quick. Yeah, I mean, that's pure definition. That's pure definition. So if I came across my man's Tubbo, I ain't gonna lie, it's just gonna be a one-hit kill. You know what I'm talking about? It's gonna be a one-hit kill like these, right? And don't let me fuck around, use the legs too, bruh. You know what I'm saying? These is, look, tree trunk legs, my boy. It's gonna take one of these, bruh, hold on. You saw what I did right there? Hold on, real quick. Not even talking about like face plant hits or nothing like that. That's straight to the stomach, bro. He's in the ER for at least 6 months after that. Now, yeah, Tubbo number 10. Next up at number 9, I'm going with Carl Jacobs. Carl Jacobs, listen, bro, you know, no disrespect again. Similar to Tubbo, man, just not a physically imposing individual. You know what I mean? Real small, real soft, real frail, you know, 0 aggression stats. This dude is an easy one-hit kill also, similar to his man Tubbo. Let's go ahead and look at his player build real quick. Carl Jacobs, right here. Yeah, Carl Jacobs, man. A lot of you guys may already know Carl, you know what I mean? He's that guy that be hanging around Mr. Beast and stuff like that. He's a slightly bigger upgrade in regards to the prior guy we just covered at Tubbo, right? Because Carl Jacobs is 5'11", right? So he's about a couple inches shorter than me. However, if you want to look at the build of the player, it's not too good with the player stats right here, my guy. Yeah, this is definitely one-hit kill, bro. Again, I don't even think this is gonna take, you know, more than 1, maybe 2. I'm gonna actually say 2 hits for Carl, just to give him a little bit of, you know, emphasis on the height stats and stuff like that. But if I'm being really real, bro, this is realistically speaking, like if I really took shit serious, this is a one-hit KO too, right? You know what I'm saying? This is one of these right here, right? With my nigga Carl, right? I'll give him one of these. You know, niggas don't know about this stance right here. I'll give him one of these like these, right? Yeah! Just like that, bro. Just like that, I'm getting my man's Carl like that, right? And all I gotta do is hit the nostrils for real. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna actually do this. This is all hypothetical and stuff like that. But Carl Jacobs, bro, you're getting, listen, bro, I'm embarrassing you. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm looking at him, bro. I don't think he's anything more than like, what, 160, if that? Let me see if I can get a weight check on Carl Jacobs real quick, man. Weight. Ain't no way, bro. Motherfuckers talking about he's approximately 130 pounds. Oh, that just won't fly, bro. Ain't no way my man's 130, bro. Come on, bro. 1998, 25, 5'11". No, 121, bro? Is this real, dog? 121? Bro, if this is 121, bro, my man's getting folded, bro. Bro, if Carl Jacobs weighs 121 to 130 pounds, I am folding him like a lawn chair. Folding this dude like a lawn chair, bro. I wanted to say 160, but it's looking like a 130, bro. That's a one-hit kill, bro, no cap. Obviously, all speculation, stuff like that, but you know. I definitely like my odds against that guy. Number 8 on the list, I got my boy Slime. Slime Man, a lot of y'all, if y'all know Slime Man, it's like this skinny hipster dude, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of attitude, but you know, all bark, no bite. You know how these guys go. But no muscle at all, basically. So let's go ahead and look at some Slime stats real quick. See what Slime working with and stuff like that. Slime, streamer. You know what I mean? Here goes Slime right here, bro. This is Slime at number 8. You know what I mean? Now, do not be fooled, right? Because he does look a little beefier than the other two we just looked at. But nonetheless, you gotta look at the demeanor build of this guy. This dude, listen, bro, my man's right here is not about that life, bro. Look at my man's face real quick, bro. Look at my man. Is this somebody you come across in the street and you genuinely fear for your life? Or are you clutching your pearls when you walk across a dude like this? Come on, bro. Ain't nobody clutching no pearls, dog. And listen, I'm a firm believer, you know, you are who you hang around and stuff like that, right? If my man's is hanging around people like this, bro, I ain't gonna lie, you just like these people, right? Folding this dude right here, right? This girl, I mean, in a hypothetical world where I would be hitting a woman, this woman is also getting folded, right? And my man's right here, bro. I mean, just by default of who you associate with, you would also be getting folded as well, right? So, for the benefit of the doubt, you know, kind of just to look into a lot more detail and stuff, let's go ahead and look at his player stats real quick. Let's go height and weight. Weight and height. All right, what we got for Slime Streamer, right? Okay. So it's saying some Reddit discussers suggest he might be 5'10". Another Reddit post mentions a doctor supposedly verified his height to be around 5'6". So we're thinking 5'6" to 5'10". I'm gonna go ahead and put it around 5'8". Oh shit. Slime was born on April 30th, bro? Yo, this dude is my twin. I was born on April 30th. I'm 10 years younger than this guy. I'm 25 right now. He was 35. He's up there in age, but not that old, I guess. Bro's still getting folded. Number 7, we got Ramboo. Ramboo for number 7, man. In case you guys don't know who Ramboo is, man, you know, quick update on Ramboo. Ramboo is built like Slender Man. Built like Slender Man. He has an awkward strength profile. Nothing too, honestly, nothing too intimidating or anything you should worry about. Let's go ahead and look into Ramboo. Let's go ahead and look into Ramboo and his player build. He's been hiding his face for the world for a long time, for obvious reasons probably. And we need some height and weight stats on Ramboo. Height and weight. So, I'm not gonna lie, I ain't see this coming, right? They're saying Ramboo's 6'6". 6'6", 6'7", something like that, somewhere around the above 6'5", which, by the way, is pretty impressive. Ramboo, I'm not gonna lie, Ramboo could have been number 8. He could have been number 8, right? But we like to give a little preferential treatment to people that are a little bit taller just because of, you know, things like wingspan and, you know, things of that nature. All it's gonna take is one good hit to the stomach, bro. Just picture this, right? Ramboo, Slender Man ass nigga just standing right here, right? First of all, if Ramboo tries to hit me, hypothetically speaking, right, I'm tanking hits. I'm tanking all hits from Ramboo. Let's go ahead and look at his player build real quick. This is essentially what Ramboo looks like right here. This dude right here, this is Ramboo, right? I'm guessing this is him next to Carl Jacobs or something like that. But listen, this build right here alone, listen, you're not doing nothing with me. He looks like he would be a good shooter on a basketball court, somebody you want to play, you know, threes with or something like that. Yeah, bro, this low-key would be no competition, right? All it's gonna take is a good hit to the gut right here. Right in this gut section right here, right? Picture these like this, right? Got my man's Ramboo right here. All it's gonna take from me, that's 3. It would really take 1, right? But one of the 3 right there, just from the first hit alone, that would instantly put my man in the ER. Not gonna hold you. Ramboo, 1 hit from me, bro, that's putting you in the ER, dog. Going in at number 6, we got Misk. So already with Misk, We're seeing that he's 30 years old, right? Y'all already know what I said about being 30, right? You get the +5 in armor boost as a 30-year-old. That grown man tanking strength, right? So we'll give Misk that. Let's go ahead and look at his height and weight. Oof, I have my man's Misk at 5'7" or 5'8", right? Google is saying 5'8" for Misk, about around 174 pounds. Misk might be the biggest guy we got on here so far, just as far as weight. He might be our tankiest player. But nonetheless, bro, I'm still 207, right? This is 207 on an empty stomach, by the way. I haven't even had my breakfast yet. You mean to tell me I'm supposed to see this dude as a threat? All this right here, bro, forget about it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'll give him some credit here, right? He looks like he's been in the gym a little bit, got some weight action going on, got a little bit of muscle, a little bit of some definition coming on in the ab regions of things. But the face overall tells me my man's is no threat whatsoever. Given that you're on the thicker side, I'll say it will take a 2-piece combo to take my man's Misk out, bro. Just a simple 2-piece. I'm not even gonna involve the legs in this one, right? We don't need the legs in it. Just a simple 2-piece from the boy, right? Mock, like these, right? Right, left, right, left, right, left. Make sure I'm hitting him a boom like that, right? And before he really recovers, you know what I'm saying, try to get his face back in order, I'm already connecting like these, like going up on the chin, like these, right? Like that, right? My man's Misk is tumbling over. We're calling ER. We're getting him into the emergency room, bro. Going on at number 5. I got my man XQC. If you guys don't know XQC, man, listen, I wanted to damn near put XQC at number 10. I'm not gonna hold you, bro, right? But I wanted to give him his respect because he is the Frenchman. If y'all don't know too much about the French, bro, hey, listen, people from France are some tough ass motherfuckers, bro. You know what I'm saying? One thing I will give him, he looks like somebody who has like wiry strength, right? He looks like somebody that does his cardio and stuff of that nature. XQC is also somebody that gives me the impression that he's under the influence of some kind of crack or something like that. If you've never heard this dude talk, bro, I mean, this dude has to be on something, bro. I'd hate to imagine somebody just has that natural crack energy 24/7, right? So assuming that he's not on crack, he just has that natural crack energy, bro, you cannot fight a crackhead and expect the shit to just fly like that, bro. But I'm not gonna lie, bro, XQC is probably the type of dude that even if he's not on crack, he has so much crack energy in him that he will probably just tank hits just for the fuck of it. He doesn't even need to be that big. He doesn't even need to be built like Misk to tank hits. Let's go ahead and look at his player build real quick. So they got XQC listed at 6'2". So XQC is about an inch taller than me. Let's go ahead and look at the weight too, height and weight. Oh man, no way, bro. They got my man XQC, they got my man XQC at 6, okay, so it's saying 6'1", 6'2", but 120 pounds, bro? Nah, ain't no way, bro. Now 120, 130, it's not that impressive, not gonna lie. I'll say he's like 145. I just want to give him a little extra something. But nonetheless, he is going to be the more difficult of the fighters that we've listed so far, bro. So let's go ahead and look at some XQC clips real quick. So this is a clip of after the gym when XQC started hitting the gym finally, right? XQC finally said, you know what, I'm tired of having this weak ass build and shit. Let me go ahead and hit the gym.
Yeah. Flexing my muscles. I'm not taking my shirt off. Why not? Because I'm not doing my reveal till July.
I'll take it, man.
Yeah.
I'm not doing my reveal.
Bro, you can do this, bro.
I can't actually. My shit's affected, bro. I'm not doing my reveal.
I know a lot of y'all seen this shit like, man, this nigga weak as fuck. Well, you wouldn't be wrong, right? But keep in mind the crackhead energy and mentality that we're dealing with here with a guy like XQC. The thing with him is the stamina. He definitely looks like somebody who has a lot of stamina, somebody who will definitely not give up too easily. You can knock him down a few times. He's probably like a parasite, right? It's gonna take a lot just to keep him on the floor. Now, I'm thinking it's honestly probably gonna take roughly 4 to 5 good piece combos on him. 4 to 5, right? Just to keep him down temporarily, you know, while he's just gonna be discombobulated for a second. But he can fuck around and, you know, hop back up, you know, obviously. But once I get the legs involved in shit, man, it's a one-hit KO after that. Going on to number 4, we got the internet's dirtiest and I mean most filthy and I mean most disgusting individual. Let's go ahead and check out Asmin Gold, man. Now, I think there was a point in time where Asmin Gold was kind of strong-ish. I could be lying. I might have been seeing some dupes on the internet. But currently, he's just a degenerate gamer. When it comes to Asmin Gold, honestly, I do think he has the ability to ward off people just based on his body odor alone, bro. I feel like this dude probably stinks so bad, right? He probably has such a gunky look to him. You probably don't even want to touch this dude, right? He just gives me so much filth and disgusting energy that honestly, you don't even want to touch him, right? In fear that you may contract some kind of disease or something like that. Just straight up. I personally would not want to touch Asmin Gold, bro. I'm gonna put him at number 4 just for safety reasons. You know, I think he's somebody that holds a lot of toxins and bacteria. I would not want to fuck with this dude, honestly, right? But at the same time, he is a one-hit KO. I would give him that. He's a one-hit KO for sure. But being a one-hit KO requires me to actually physically touch you. I'm not physically touching this dude. I am not touching Asmin Gold, bro. This dude is a walking virus. I promise you, you do not want to touch this dude. Now we're moving on to our top 3. These are our tankiest builds. I feel like some people that could actually probably hold their own in a fight. Going in at number 3, we got Lwig, right? Lwig, if I'm not mistaken, was a former boxer or has some boxing experience, you know what I'm saying? So we got to give him that. You know, he's pretty fit. He looks athletic. I've seen a couple images of him online. He doesn't look like a straight pushover. So let's go ahead and look at Lwig's player build real quick. All right, we got Lwig, man. He's about 6 foot. He's 30 years old, right? He's an American live streaming podcaster, things of that nature. Let's go ahead and check out his player build, man. What's the height and weight looking like for Lwig? Okay, we got 6 foot, 187. This is Lwig right now. This is a year ago. This is a year ago from Lwig. If anything, I think he's probably still around the same weight. If he's anything like this, bro, I think Lwig is tanking a couple hits, not gonna lie. Lwig is for sure tanking some hits. We go, let's Lwig 2025. Images. Yeah, bro, so he's still got a pretty good frame on him. This is somebody I think is actually tanking a couple hits. Lwig, for me, it's gonna take a lot of power to take down Lwig, bro. I'm not gonna lie, he could be number 1. In a lot of scenarios, he could be number 1. However, I still think with Lwig, all it's gonna take is a couple me knock. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna really have to put some power into it too. I'm gonna really have to put some power into these hits. So picture, you know what I'm saying, Lwig right here and things like that. I can't just go with like, you know, some simple shit or even like some shit like that, right? I'm gonna have to really, first of all, I'm gonna have to put my guard up, right? Because if you ain't noticed, he had them tankers on him, right? But a lot of times that shit could just be bluff, bro. I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of people with muscles that don't know how to do shit for real. And if I'm being honest, he doesn't look like somebody that really knows how to do shit with that. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna hit him like these, right? He's gonna be standing right there and shit like that. I'm gonna hit him with a couple of these. A couple like, you know what I'm saying? Ha ha, like that. Really try to mock. Just like that, bro. Me. Coming to straight like that, bro. Lwig, bro, I ain't gonna lie. The first one might just daze him, right? If not, knock him out entirely. Right? He's gonna really feel that shit. He's gonna be dazed and shit like that. I'll just finish it up with like about 2-3 other combos and shit. Just like that, bro. At number 2, we got Jschlatt. Jschlatt, bro. I ain't gonna lie, whenever I see Jschlatt, I picture like a hybrid werewolf / human type of dude. You know what I'm saying? He gives me slight Wolverine vibes, kind of like a bizarro Wolverine, not like the legitimate Wolverine, right? But he's 25 years old. Let's go ahead and look at his player build real quick. All right, so there are people that got him at about 6'3". Some people got him at like 6'1". Others got him at like 6'2". Now off the bat, bro, again, people were saying he's around 186. That could be possible. I'm looking at the leg build down here, bro. It's not looking too good for Jschlatt, bro. Weak knees for Jschlatt, bro. Weak knees. I will give him this. He looks like somebody that can tank more hits. He looks like somebody that could probably get a few hits into. Jschlatt, I'm saying he's probably doing 10 HP damage per hit. You know what I'm saying? He looks like that type of guy. Now, 10 HP damage on a nigga like me, not much, right? It'll probably do a lot to a lot of other people, but for me, bro, listen. Again, it's probably gonna be one of those things where, you know what I'm saying, if I get a good solid hit up in the abdomen area, bro, in the gut section, he's gonna be out for the count. Especially when it comes to these gamers and stuff like that, man. None of them really be getting that ab workout in. You know what I'm saying? None of them really got that ab work going on. So Jschlatt, you know what I'm saying, he is unfortunately not gonna be surviving any abdomen kicks or anything like that. But I will give him that he would probably be a lot more tankier than a lot of these dudes. I just feel like he would be. So I'm gonna give him number 2 on the list. For number 1, we got Tubbo Stats. Tubbo Stats, bro. I ain't gonna lie, whenever I see Tubbo Stats, I picture like a hybrid werewolf / human type of dude. You know what I'm saying? He looks like somebody that can tank more hits. He looks like somebody that could probably get a few hits into. Jschlatt, you know what I'm saying, he's probably doing 10 HP damage per hit. You know what I'm saying? It'll probably do a lot to a lot of other people, but for me, bro, listen. Again, it's probably gonna be one of those things where, you know what I'm saying, if I get a good solid hit up in the abdomen area, bro, in the gut section, he's gonna be out for the count. Especially when it comes to these gamers and stuff like that, man. None of them really got that ab work going on. So Jschlatt, you know what I'm saying, he is unfortunately not gonna be surviving any abdomen kicks or anything like that. But I will give him that he would probably be a lot more tankier than a lot of these dudes. I just feel like he wo I got MoistCritical, aka Penguin Zero, right? Now, a lot of you people be like, what the fuck, nigga, MoistCritical? Bro, do not sleep on MoistCritical, bro. He may not be the most imposing type of dude, but if there's one thing this dude can beat you on, his words, bro. There's not too many people I even want to get in a word match with, bro. And let's just say with a guy like MoistCritical, I feel like he fuck around talking me out of fighting him. He be like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you want to fight me? And something like that, right? I'll be like, oh, well, I don't know, right? Just off that alone, I'll be like, fuck, well, I don't really have a good reason to fight this dude. I feel like, bro, he just looks like a real, like, shifty and dodgy and, like, movie type of character. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and look at his player stats real quick. Yeah, bro, definitely a sleeper build, I would say, bro. Some people will see this shit right here and say, like, ah, nah, man, this ain't nothing. And you could be right. But I feel like he's a real dodgy type of guy, bro. That's all I'm gonna go back. He looks like somebody that just, you get a couple hits in and just run back and shit. You're like, fuck, now I gotta catch up to this guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna deal with all that. But what I will say is, bro, although he has all the dodge stats and things of that nature, although he has all the agility stats, you know what I'm saying? One thing about him, bro, he has no armor stats whatsoever. MoistCritical is a one-hit kill type of guy. You know what I'm saying? What he does have on his side, he looks like he has some strength, some wiry strength. He hits you, he probably get about like a 6 HP damage, maybe 5 HP damage off of MoistCritical. You know what I'm saying? But he has no tank stats, he has no armor stats, despite the fact that he could be over 30. He has no armor stats. He does not get the +5 armor boost. He's one of those guys, if he lets me get one hit in, bro, it's straight to the ER with MoistCritical, man. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the other people, I feel like he's probably the person I have the most problems with. Just a personal opinion, you know, because everybody has different fighting styles, and certain fighting styles compared to certain builds may work and not work and things of that nature. I'm not somebody that likes to move around too much, you know what I'm saying? He looks like somebody that's like fucking moving around extra hard and shit like that. And he's MoistCritical, you know what I'm saying? So he just gets like +10 aura, +10 agility, +10 a lot of things besides tank. No armor build for MoistCritical.